What's up, everyone? I'm Dareia Tolbert, and thank you so much for joining me right here on the Praise Party Conversation. That's right. Hope you're having a wonderful day, because I am. You know why? I'm here with the one and only best-selling author, former Miss USA, and DEYA Direct, that is. DEYA Smith, that's right. As we talk about her latest book, Soft is the New Power. I am so happy to have you joining me. Brought to you by Dallas Gospel Connection, that is. How are you today?
I'm good. Former Miss Black USA. I wish I was Miss USA, but I'll take the black.
Yes,
that's good. Thank you for having me. This is such a great show.
Yes, you are so beautiful.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'm
in good company, obviously.
Yes. We're talking about your latest project, your latest book you have out, Soft is the New Power. What allowed you to share this story? Tell us a little bit about the book.
Well, you know, they call me DEYA Direct for a reason. Because I was anything but soft. In fact, you know, my directness, my hardness, it served me on some levels, but I think it also held me back in other areas, because sometimes people see you as being unapproachable or intimidating, and then it definitely did not serve me well always in relationships, because, you know, I had probably as much masculine energy as the men that I was in relationships with, and so I fell on my face quite a bit. The good news is that I got back up, and I believe in making your pain pay you back. So if you're going to go through something, just like you invest your time or your money, I believe that it should not be in vain. And so with that in mind, I try to learn lessons from everything that I experience and not just have it as a regret. And I also found that that same pattern was manifesting with a lot of my girlfriends. I mean, everybody from my mama on down, you know, and so we were really just going in circles and we really couldn't understand why certain things weren't working. And it's not to say that men have it all right and women have it all wrong, no. But really just kind of learning and paying attention to who you are, what you're bringing to the table, what you're inviting into your life, and making some different decisions had a lot to do with how I came to this new place of recognizing that being hard all the time is not the solution. And furthermore, it's also about self-preservation. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being hard. I'm tired of
not going home to a man.
Right, and using all my energy, you know, being confrontational just to make a point. Right. And I think the younger you are too, we have a lot to prove.
Right.
And so because
even as black women.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But in general, when you're always trying to prove something, you spend less time being. And that energy has a lot more to do with you than maybe everybody else. And so real confidence doesn't have to overexert itself. Real confidence is. And so I'm no longer asking for permission to know that I'm good enough or to prove myself. I am a strong black woman. Therefore, I am, I do, I can, and I shall.
I love it. DEYA Smith, that's right, with us, joining us, brought to you by Dallas Gospel Connection. In today's society, as women, we are so hard. We are so independent. We have to have, I have my own this, I have my own car, I have my own house, I have this. I don't need a man.
Right.
So, and then when we do get a man, we're so hard on him. Like, what had to break you out of that cycle of being so masculine to your man or so hard to your man?
A lot of stuff happened, but I had plenty of examples where I had like confrontations with men. And I will share the one example where I was in an argument with an ex-boyfriend, and you know, and I was just going for the jugular, and he was like, you know, DEYA, you go too hard in the paint. Like, you are too hard, and if I wanted to date a dude, that's what I would do. And when I tell you that hurt in my feelings and broke my face, because I'm like, you know, I'm thinking I'm giving you all this femininity, but my energy was not. And basically what he was saying was, let me be a man. Like, a man is not looking for a woman to bring him energy that he already possesses. He's looking for something different from us. We have what he doesn't. He needs what we have. They need our softness. They need our femininity. That helps them to recover. We need their power and their strength to make us feel safe. We want, you know, generally you respect men who are not punks and who do have a sense of who they are.
Right.
But we say we want it until we get it, and then we don't know what to do with it.
I'm like that today.
You don't know what to do with it.
My goodness.
Everything you need, you have. But it's a matter of how you direct it. So I'll give you an example. Like, I can tell you work out, right?
Right.
So when you go to the gym, any muscle that you're working on, like a new area, it's gonna be tough, right? So that means you have to warm that muscle up. You gotta work on it.
Right.
The more you work on that muscle, the stronger it will be. So we've got hard, independent woman. That muscle is very, very strong. And like, if you're working the front or the back of your body, you've got to also work the other side so that your body is not imbalanced. So it's the same way with your soft and hard muscle. Our hard muscle is like overcompensating, and now we've got to balance it out by learning how to use that soft energy and balancing some things out. So we have it, it's just that we're not applying it. So it might mean small things, like just because you can, maybe you shouldn't. It's not a matter of you not having rights to be able to say what you want, but timing and tone is everything. And that's wisdom, really. You know, how many times have you gotten into an argument, and it wasn't that you were wrong, it's how you said it, or when you said it. You know, like if somebody is just, you know, coming over, or in that moment, or they had a bad day, that might not be the time.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
You might want to wait, you know, and then ask yourself in certain situations, do you want to win the battle or do you want to win the war? Like, you don't always have to have the last best word if you just want some peace. If you know y'all going out and you want to have a fun day, maybe that's not the time to talk about certain things. That can wait.
Right.
Have fun on your day. Like, it's not going to, just have fun.
It's good. DEYA Smith, Soft is the New Power. Listen here, you can grab this on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can grab this online.
That's right.
Your Kindle, or you can get it as a hard copy. So go ahead and get it today. How can we follow you on social media?
Please follow me at DEYA Direct, DEYA Direct everywhere. So Facebook, Instagram, I'm a little addicted to Instagram. I got some issues that we need to pray about. Twitter, and my website is deyadirect.net. And I send out a newsletter every week, so I'm always giving updates and details about new things that are coming. So please follow me. I can't wait to see you there.
That's right. Thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you so
time.
much.
You're
Yeah.
beautiful inside and out.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to start reading my book
Yay.
today.
I want a review. After you read it, you got to give me a
Yes,
review.
I am. This has been phenomenal. Ladies, take her advice. This is a woman who has been through, and yet she has it to prove it. So go ahead and get this book, Soft is the New Power. You don't want to miss it. Once again, I'm Dareia Tolbert, DEYA Smith. With me joining on today, brought to you by Dallas Gospel Connection.
Yay!
Tell us, where can we get the book? How can others follow you on all your social media before we get out the way? Because people getting out their cars, but they want to know now.
Okay, so please go download it on Amazon, or if you don't need Kindle, just get the app, or you can actually just order it on Amazon. Soft is the New Power. All of my social is at DEYA Direct. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. DEYA Direct. And if you want all the information about me, join my newsletter. Go to the website DEYADirect.net. DEYADirect.net. I'm telling you, Soft is the New Power is real. It will change your life. It will give you restoration, but it will also restore your relationships. I'm your girl, DEYA. Thank you so much for having me.
I felt motivated over here.
Wait a minute, I know TC wanted to say something before we let her go. TC, what motivation, inspiration? What did you have to say?
Oh, first of all, thank you all for having me. It feels so good to finally be in studio with the family. Sister Smith, this book is so good. Just looking at the back, I haven't really got into it, but looking at the back and all the comments, I'm like, wow.
I'm going to make sure you get one.
I'm going to make sure. Thank you. That's why I like that. Just listening to you talk about it, and just, as I told you off there, it's a niche that's needed to balance out what's already in the marketplace right now. Over at the Potter's House of Fort Worth, we have this annual Family Enrichment Conference. You got to come, by the way. Pastor Winfield, I hope you're listening. And within that, we have what's called Single with a Purpose, Team Swap, where we talk to particularly our women, our sisters. And one thing that I tell them as a panelist on this Team Swap is that a man's life and particularly a man's heart, it's kind of like that ancient city. You all know the ancient city where the walls are really high, you can't go over it, and it's too deep that you can't go up under it. And every man, no matter who a man is, they have a particular door that you have to enter the right way. And sometimes like the ancient city, when you try to bring it down and you can't get over or under it, you get frustrated. So you take fire and you throw it at it. You take wood of your strongest men and you bang up against it. But these ancient walls, they don't break. But there was a story that says there was an old wise man, an old sage, who after everybody had failed with all their force, not their power, as you say, Sister Smith, what he did was went up to the door and simply touched it. And the touch was a thing that got the door open. And as I tell the women, that is like the heart of men. It's not using your force, but as you say, knowing how to be soft and use your power and to touch the man the right way. So I just want to compliment you on a book. I think, again, it's great, and I think it's something that our community needs. So, girl power, let's get it. Let's get it.
Pastor Green, did you want to say anything? Pastor Green with Empowerment Moment, who opens up our show. Okay.
Again, this is a tremendous book. I think it's a wonderful topic. It's something that needs to be discussed. Relationships, I think, are the major focus of, or one of the major focuses of the nation. The Bible says in Ephesians 5 for women to obey their husbands and for men to love their wives. And I think a lot of people look at the surface, they just look at the words, but they don't really understand what's really being communicated there. When he says obey your husbands, really what he's trying to get through to you is men like to be respected.
Yes.
And women like to be loved.
Yes.
And if we can figure out what is the love language of the ones that we're in relationship with,
That's right.
We'll be able to communicate a little bit better, make the relationship last longer. So I love what you're talking about. It's right up my alley. I love relationships.
It's cost me something to get to this place. I'm not suggesting it's easy. The last thing I just want to say is that the revelation that I got is when you think about the woman being the rib, right? And you think about what the rib does. The rib protects what? It protects your major organs, and namely it protects the heart. So literally, ladies, we have the secret to protect the man's heart. We are the covering of his heart. We are the safe place for him to actually lay his head and to lay his heart. But you have to open it up so that he can come in and find a safe place. And when he comes there, make sure it's safe for him. Create that atmosphere so that he can have the life that you really want.
Ebony, you taking Jules?
Man, and that's coming straight from that's coming from the former Miss Black USA.
And that's power. So that's why that's power.
That's right. You're right.
If a man can let his guard down with you and feel safe, there is nothing weak about that. You are really in a position to give him restoration so that he can go back and give you everything that you want in that world. If the world tells him that he's nothing, if he has to fight all day long, where does he have peace if not at his home? Where?
Yeah. Steve, sister.
You go ahead, Miss Former Black USA and Howard Grant.
Oh, yeah, sure. He just did.
And Howard Grant.
Hey, do you know?
Come on, you know all this wisdom don't come from nowhere, bro.
I just told her she was a reality star off air.
Woo! I tell you, baby, since I need another daughter.
You need another daughter.
I'm looking right at her. If I didn't learn anything today, one thing I know is just because you loud doesn't mean you right. Say it.
Come on.
I know even myself how to be soft.
Okay, sister. She know how to be soft. Oh my God. Thank you so much, DEYA Smith, for joining us on today. You've truly been a blessing to us.
Thank you for having me.
One thing I want to ask, what made you share this story? What made you share how you come out of 2 relationships, 2 marriage, and share this story? Why?
Because I did these girlfriend panels before I did the man panels. And so we were always having these conversations about men, me and my girls across the country, all these women, and we would always end up with, well, why do men act like that? We didn't have the answers or the solutions because we were looking to ourselves for answers that were outside of us. And so I started doing research and I started asking questions and I started listening, and I used the skills that I have as a communications professional to gather this stuff. I did surveys, I learned a lot. I didn't just do anecdotal research, I did real research. and I learned about men and how they're built. Like they can't multitask like we can. So it's not just that it's not just that he's being lazy. He really does think when he took the trash out and you have cleaned the baby, cleaned the house, you know, going shopping, did your hair, he thinks he really did something.
We did.
And in that moment, you must, you know what, you reward good behavior. You reward good behavior so that you can get what you want. And then you gently teach him how to come on up in the room.
Okay.
You pat my head.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that gonna help Dareia get a man?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm gonna buy you 3
I got her
books.
covered.